There's definitely a lot of processing on his vocal. I could hear there's an intense compressor on it, which is kind of throwing me off a little bit because it's almost like pulsating his voice. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me. 낯설음 가득한 소리. So I really like the production value there is here. There's not much going on. It sounds very sparse, but it's really intriguing. It's kind of like pulling you in. Again, here he's starting with a very breathy tone. Here it's not as staccato, it's a lot more smooth the way that he's rolling with it. He's singing it with a very legato phrasing, with very little support to the voice, just kind of letting it flow. So take that back. Right there, he started to dig in with a lot more support. There's definitely a lot of processing on his vocal. I could hear there's an intense compressor on it, which is kind of throwing me off a little bit because it's almost like pulsating his voice. I would lighten up a little bit on that compressor, but still good. So you can hear it there. Anytime he's going loud, it pulls the voice back, and then anytime it goes quieter, you hear it come up front. So the compressor is taking all of those loud parts and is squashing them, and then it's making all the quiet parts, and it's making them a lot bigger than they are, which gives a little unnatural feel, in my opinion. But this is just a production critique, not so much his vocal per se. Really like the harmony there. That was very good. And now he's digging in again, getting a lot more support underneath there. Yeah. He's got a very nice light falsetto, but I really like how he's kind of engaging a lot of support and then totally going to falsetto, and engaging a lot of support and going to falsetto, and he's making it sound seamless. That's really tough to do. So you can hear on with that kind of like in your face and pull back, and in your face and pull back. And so that's a really cool feel to this vocal that makes it sound very unique. Now let's take a look at the live version. It's a very interesting theatrical piece that he's got here, using his own hand through a different jacket. It's pretty interesting. I thought that was a very cool kind of intro, something that you totally don't see often at all in performances. So I thought that was really, really nice. And his voice is coming out very similar to the original recording, except it doesn't have that pulsing compressor on it, which I kind of like better. But my impression is that they have a little bit of a backing vocal that's helping his vocal, similar to Post Malone when he was singing, except he's obviously not struggling quite as much. But there's still that backing vocal that's kind of helping his vocal along. This is a very choreographed piece. Like, this is a whole performance. It's hard to be able to sing, know your lines, dance, and like do this whole theatrics. It's not easy, I can imagine. So you hear those two voices together. You can hear his live voice, so he's definitely singing, but you can also hear the backing vocal.